welcome to Ellie Pop's Bespoke channel. If you're new, please subscribe. If you're not, welcome back. So today we're going to be making some glitter fabric bows. We're going to be making the bigger version. We're not going to make the smaller one today, but we will in another video. And that's the size difference between them. So for this one, we're going to need two different types of fabric. You can do it all in one, but it makes a nice contrast to use a different one. So I've got these fabrics here. We've got a pastel rainbow colour, an embossed holographic sheet, and they're both white on the back. The one I'm going to do today is the pink. So we've got a really fluorescent neon pink and a lovely fluorescent neon pink glitter. So we're going to make it in a combination just like this one. Glitter on the bottom, plain in the middle, glitter on top, and a plain strand. So for this you will need a clip. You can also put these on bobbles or hair elastics, but I'm going to be using a 65mm alligator clip today. So you'll need your two pieces of fabric, scissors. Now you can use a fabric pen, one of the magic ones, where the ink fades after a while, but I just use a regular pen and we cut it by hand, so it'll be fine. And you will also need some plastic templates. I will put a link in the description below on where I got these from. It's a shop called Rosie's Craft Supplies. It is in the UK, but I'm not sure if she will ship elsewhere. She should be able to, but you can also find these on eBay and lots of other, maybe Etsy, I'm not sure. But I will pop a link in the description to these ones. They come in four pieces actually, because you get a centre part, but I just cut it by hand. And then this is a similar one, but smaller. This one's for the smaller bow. So we'll pop those to one side. We don't need those on today. We're going to be using these. So these are just made out of a thick plastic. They've been cut from a die machine. I don't use one of the die machines like a size X machine or anything like that. I do it by hand. So first of all, we're going to turn these over, and we need to draw around the templates on the back. So we're going to need the tail template, and we're going to need the smaller loop template for the glitter, which is this pink one, and then we're going to need the bigger template for this one. So we'll pop these to one side for a second, and we'll start with the big one. So get your pen or your chalk or a dressmaker's pen, anything that you're going to use to draw around your fabric. You need to line this up onto the fabric so that there's as least waste as possible, and then we literally just draw around the template. Now what I would normally do is just carry on drawing all the way along until I can't fit any more on, and then I can usually fit maybe 5 on here, I think, and then I would need to do 5 of each of these onto glitter as well. It won't fit on one sheet. You usually need 1 sheet of plain, 2 sheets of glitter to do it that way, but today we'll just do it this. So what I'm going to do is just cut that piece off. Make sure you get yourself some nice sharp scissors. I'm going to cut straight through the fabric. We'll just pop that bit to one side. I'm just going to swap my scissors over. So I think these ones are sharper. Let's look. Yeah, these ones are sharper. So we'll pop that to one side for a minute, and then we'll draw around the templates for these. So we're just going to do one bow, so we just need one of each of these. again, I'm just going to cut these off to get rid of the excess. Now glitter is a little bit harder to cut, so you do need to make sure you have some really sharp scissors to give it a really nice clean cut. That's one side. So now we have the pieces that we need. We're going to keep this piece that we cut off the end because that's going to go around the middle. So we need to cut these out now. So what I do is I cut on the inside, not on the line, on the inside of the line, and make sure to be as accurate as possible so that none of the pen is left on the template. We also need to be as smooth as possible. So open the scissors as wide as you can and do as least opens of the scissors as you can, if you get what I mean. Just because that just then gives it a nice clean cut. And it just makes it neater. Because we're not using a die machine, I do all these by hand. It does take time, but I find you get less wastage on the fabric. And you can be quite accurate. If you need to cut them down a little bit, you can. I also make these as mermaid fins, which I will do a tutorial on. But I'm just waiting for some mermaid fabric, some scale fabric to come in. I will also pop a link in the description, or a little clickable I button in the top corner, on where I buy a lot of my material from. Again, there's Rosie's Craft Shop. There's also Crafty Koala, Gembolinas, Clippity Bits. Lots of places that do fabric. I do get a lot of my fabric shipped over from China because it is cheaper. But if you only need 1 or 2 pieces, then these craft shops are brilliant to buy from. Especially if you're not doing it for a business and you're doing it for yourself and the cost doesn't matter so much. You can get some gorgeous fabrics at the moment. So these ones are perfect for summer, with them being the bright coloured. So just making sure we're going on the inside of the line so as not to leave any pen behind. Obviously if you use one of the magic fabric markers that fade, it doesn't really matter so much. But it really does matter that you use sharp scissors so they get a nice sharp edge and it won't fray. I mean these really won't fray much anyway because it's glitter, but you don't really want it to. So let's do the last one. Now the glitter is really hard to cut, obviously because of the glitter underneath. You have to be super careful doing the straight lines. I mean, it's easy to use a die machine, but you have to buy all the separate dies. And it is cheaper to buy the plastic templates. Mine have lasted me, I must have had them 2 years now. There's nothing wrong with them. They may not come on yellow plastic, they may come on a different kind of plastic. But it lasts as long as you take care of them. Okay, so there are 3 pieces that we need today. So firstly what we're going to do is we're going to take the top layer and we're going to pop some glue in the middle. So hot glue gun, don't need a lot, just a little dab of glue in the middle. We put the first one halfway in the centre, then we put the second one joining up to it, and we press that down until it's stuck. And you get the top of your bow. Leave that there to cool. The bottom doesn't need anything doing. Now this one, on my template, the ends may be a little bit wide for the middle. So what I do is I have a look I seem to have cut them quite thin enough so they don't overhang. But what I would do is usually stick it together and then just get the scissors and just trim any excess that's in there. So we're going to just put some glue in the middle there. Stick that down until it's stuck. Any excess glue, just take it off. That's it. So now we need to pop the whole thing together. So we get the bottom and I put a splodge of glue there, run it through the centre and a splodge of glue there. Then we get the big one. Pop that in the middle. Make sure it's central. Make sure when you squeeze that end, the bit sticking out looks like it's in the middle. And the same with that side. And that the middles line up. Next thing, we're going to pop, not as much glue this time. Just pop some glue in the middle there. That one on top, and there's the basic bow. So what we're going to do now is get our alligator clip. Now this one's already got some glue on it because I did take it off another bow, and we don't want to waste clips. There's nothing wrong with it, it's perfectly fine. So we're just going to put some more glue along the top there, all the way down. Kind of like to off center these so that the bit that you press to open the clip has a longer bit on this side, so you don't have to squash the bow so much. You can just pop your finger under that end there and pinch it to open it. Whereas if it was down there, you'd have to squeeze the whole thing. So once that's nice and stuck, we're going to get this. And I kind of know how big we need it now, but what we need to do, these templates do come with a centerpiece, the right length that you need, but I like to cut it a little bit longer than I need so that it fits really well. So it's going to be around 10 millimeters wide. I need to just cut a strip. Save that to one side so we can use that on another bow. You can pop it on just to make sure it fits, which this does. Then we open the clip and we put some glue inside the clip, just a small dab. And we pop that in there, press it down. Then we wrap this round. We come to the end of the edge of the clip there, and that's where we're going to cut this off. And then what we do is we're going to put some glue on here. Not a lot because we don't want it to seep off the edges. We stick it down and we open the clip and stick that end inside the clip. Making sure any excess glue is taken off. And there we go. There's no glue sticking out the edges. It's a nice, perky glitter fabric bow. So it's as simple as that to make these. The main things you need, like I say, are the templates. As soon as you've got these, you can do all sorts. The hardest thing is choosing the combination of fabrics. And like I say, I will pop some links to some UK stores. They may send abroad, you would have to inquire about that. But these are very popular bows. These are the smaller ones, like I said. Use a smaller template. Very cute for babies. You don't have to put these on clips, you can put bobbles on them. You can also put them on headbands, baby bands. The possibilities are endless, and like I say, the hardest thing is choosing the combinations of the fabrics that you want. Now, I do have a new Facebook group for everyone to join. If you've made anything from my tutorials, you can post it in there. If you're struggling with anything, even if it's not one of the tutorials I've already made, if you would like me to make a tutorial on a subject that you are struggling with, you can post in the group and I can take your ideas down and get some videos made. But I'd love to see what you've made from my tutorials. So I'll pop a link to that in the description as well. Also a clickable I button, hopefully, if I can get that sorted out, for you to find the group. It's just Ellie Pops Bespoke YouTube, if you want to find it. And I will also be I'm waiting for the postman to bring me some fabric at the moment to make some half and half bows like this. So hopefully if that fabric comes in the post today, I'll be able to make one of these and get a video out tomorrow with you. The half and half bows, obviously half glitter, half of a printed fabric, and I will leave a link to where I get that from also in the description for that video when I make that. These half and half bows are really good. You can do half glitter, half suede, and you can also pop a name on, and I can do a video for one of those as well. So subscribe if you're not subscribed, click that bell icon so that you get notified, because YouTube tend to hide notifications nowadays and don't let you know that I've uploaded. So please hit that notification. Go onto my social media on Instagram, which is at Ellie Pops Bespoke, and also on Facebook with the same name. And I'd like to see you there. So don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for watching.